have numbers, but they have numbers like in the U.S. You can't have a number of you don't use the digits 6, 7, 8, 9. They have very numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the official number is about they have a few now maybe like 25. Yeah, no, you'll be able to see them fine. You won't have a problem.
At least I got the finish.
Yes.
So am I the only one?
You will, Maddie will be checking in, but yes. Going to, you're also I think. We just turned the ball again, Maddie. I'm not sure what they've done with volleyball. I think it's turning audio down and she'll come in. Trying it. Had stretch. All right.
I'll have to check. test, test, 1, 2, 3, test, 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 1, 2, 3.
Broadcast what you're seeing on the video. Don't broadcast what you're seeing on the video. Does that make sense? It will connect like this if your voice repeats time together. Thing about the audio, only thing you need to touch on this, everything else is fine. So during timeouts and stuff, when there's music, just turn it all the way down. Like this, timeouts, That's okay. Right. That's okay. However it's comfortable for you, totally fine. If you want to talk during a timeout, instead of turning this one, try to do this at like level. If you don't want to stop talking during a timeout, just turn this one off. This one is audio, so that'll turn all the music off. Everything that's going on. So, judging your level, get right to the time. Have you tested your voice yourself?
It's registering on here, at least. It's registering on the board. Yeah, test, test, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Not really. So with the okay, so if I want to turn the port audio down, I can do this.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about right now, like if I'm looking for point, you can see great, but once you kind of look at the rear basket here, I don't know, it never crossed my mind.
basketball team for the Offensive Round Pavilion, Ohio Pacific University. The executive matchup 2, Pacific and Capilano University is approximately 10 minutes. Wrestling series ultimately are walking. Open the boy outside the playing field and downstairs in the play. Connected new programs are available at Eastern Service. All fans, wrestling, live streaming, video, audio commentary are available free for all customers home games.
It's 10 seconds off. Jeez. Okay, can't look at the monitor then.
Pacific University promotes good sportsmanship as supplying programs. We're a special sponsor for supporting our district and business in House Canada. For fans, April Hudson comments, representing actions representatives and supervisors, hoping for team rep will not consolidate. And our helpful writers will remove from the building.
No.
And the instructions are set for 7 p.m.
here. Try this angle, see if that works. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017-2018 SPU Falcons! exhibition matchup between the Blues of Capilano University.
Okay, well, this is going to be a challenge.
Before we get the teams now, we ask that you please rise and join us for the playing of the American and Canadian national anthems.
And good evening to everybody. Welcome in to Royal Brougham Pavilion in Seattle, Washington for tonight's exhibition basketball game between the SPU men and the Capilano University Blues from British Columbia. Tom Jonella here with you. Great to have you aboard with us. trying some brand new automated cameras this year. We hope you enjoy the changes to the webcast as we get used to them slowly but surely here ourselves here on SPUFalcons.com. Falcons are in the home whites, Capilano in the dark blue jerseys. Looks like the Falcons in this first half will go from left to right on your screen, and Capilano will go the opposite direction, right to left. And Tony Miller wins the tip, or loses the tip rather, and we are underway. And Capilano has it first, and they go inside, and the layup is no good for Nathan Bramish. Or rather, it is good, I'm sorry. It's preseason for everybody, as Capilano goes up 2-0. This is Coleman Wooten, one of the members of the All-GNAC team preseason, and now they work it over to Calissimo for three. He can't make it, but Wooten is there underneath, and he gets the tap in, and it's good. 2-2, we're tied. Capilano has it now. This is Jack Tenney, who hands it off. They work it to the right, they go for three, and it's no good with, looked like Tenney there, but they get the rebound back. Shot from mid-range, that's no good. On the follow-up, and Sam Simpson gets the rebound for the Falcons. Now Gabe Calissimo takes it. Calissimo is sophomore this year, expected to get more playing time. Tony Miller, new jersey number for him this year, number 32. He hands it over to Wooten, who tries for three from the point, no good. Miller tries to save it in bounds, he does, and now he gives it to Calissimo. Calissimo will take it. Calissimo wanted to go right, now he has to go back left. Now he goes to Miller, top of the circle, goes inside to Simpson, and he's hacked on the way up. Looked like by number 12. I don't see a number 12, though, on the Capilano program, so we'll have to get that straightened out for you. But he's called for the foul, and that's his first personal, first team. So here we go with the inbounds. Apparently was not a shooting foul, so the Falcons take it. Now Calissimo. Calissimo going to the right. Miller with it, top of the circle, going for three, and he hit it. Tony Miller, nothing but net, hoping to pick up where he left off a year ago, and he makes it 5-2. And now Capilano takes it. They try for three here with number 12, and that's no good, and the rebound going to Simpson. Back the other way we go, Calissimo. Calissimo heading to the left and now inside, and he tries to kick it out, but it's picked off. And looks like it was Wowie Untalan who went and tried to go for the fast break points, couldn't get it, but Capilano gets the rebound, and then they throw the ball away. No foul, and the Falcons will get it off the turnover. So a little bit of a break there for SPU, and now Tony Miller will get set to inbound here from just about midcourt. And now Miller, ready to get the inbounds here. The officials tonight, by the way, Matt Mason, Travis Bain, Derek Davis. Those are your three referees for this contest. Exhibition game. Doesn't count in regular season statistics for either team. Coleman Wooten with it, near the top of the circle. Passes left corner to Simpson. Now he goes to Calissimo. They work it inside to Long. Kicks it out to the corner. And we get a whistle here, and I think we're going to get a out of bounds call. So the Falcons will inbound. They're going to inbound from the far corner, and now here is Miller trying to post up inside. Layup is good. Tony Miller scores, and it's 7-2. Falcons ahead by 5. Untalan gets it now for the Blues. He bounces it to his right, and that shot is good from mid-range. By number 12, and it's 7-4. Again, we don't have a number 12 on the Capilano program here, so as soon as we get an update on who that is, we'll gladly tell you. That shot no good from the corner, but Coleman Wooten is there with the rebound, and he scores from underneath. 9-4, Falcons up by 5. Now Untalan gets it. Untalan driving left past Calissimo, kicks it out. They shoot a three right corner, and that's not even close. Wooten trying to get the loose ball, and he does. And now in the fast break, they go to Long, keeps it alive, but not for long. He had a foot on the baseline. So Capilano will get it on an inbound play. 16:34 to go, first half, just underway here in the exhibition season, 2017-18 campaign. Second year on the job for Grant Leap as the head coach of the SPU Falcons. 9th year overall for him on the staff. Falcons had a hard time with depth and injuries last year, but they're hoping with Sam Simpson coming back and Trey Miller and a couple others that problem won't happen again this year, as Keontae Knight hits that shot for Capilano. Gavin Long with it, hands it off to Miller. Fakes, drives left, going up, and he gets the layup to go down. Tony Miller showing off that athleticism one more time. This is Untaland, and now they go inside very quickly, and he scores. It's Untaland with the bucket, and it's 11-9. Calissimo with the ball now, across the timeline. Calissimo heading to his left. Gives it to Simpson, over to Wooten, tries for three, and that shot is no good. Rebound tip, gets into the hands of Miller. He kicks it out, Wooten for three, and it's no good, in and out. But again, Miller's there with the rebound, goes underneath and scores. Tony Miller making his presence felt inside, and he puts the Falcons up 4. Untaland hands it off. A bounce here to Mildrag Stupar, and now number 12 gets it one more time. Right wing, shoots, deep two, no good. And the rebound going to the Falcons and Gavin Long. Back the other way we go, Calissimo. Calissimo with it. Heading to his left. Finds Simpson, over to Wooten. Wooten with it. Heading to his right. Tries to kick it out, but it's tipped and it's picked off. There goes number 12 again for Capilano. And a couple passes later, they go for three, and it's no good. The assist would have gone to Knight, and the Falcons get the rebound underneath. Calissimo over to Wooten, trying to cross over. Wooten kicks it out. Miller has a three. He'll take it, and he misses. It rims out. Rebound, though, gets into the hands of Long, and Long scores. Gavin Long inside. Sophomore that's expected to contribute more for the Falcons this year, scores. And it's 15-9. They kick it out. And the reverse layup is up and good. That was Denver Sparks Guest, 6'5" senior from BC, who scores. And it's 15-11. Coquitlam, BC, to be more precise. And now the drive left by Gavin Long goes in, and it's 15-11. And now working it quickly was Knight, but he can't get the layup to go down. Rebound going to Simpson, as Capilano tried to speed it up that time. Simpson going to Miller inside. Can't make it, trying to get the rebound. He does, and that's sea of hands, and Miller gets the follow-up layup to go in, and the foul. So Tony Miller playing very good inside so far in the early going. He's got 11 points early on, 11 of the 19 points that the Falcons have so far. And a foul that time going on Stupar, the 6'9" freshman from Vancouver, BC, and that's his first personal second-team foul on Capilano. Timeout on the floor. Score is 19-11. Falcons out ahead early in this exhibition match. All right, getting set to pick things up after the under 16-minute timeout. 13:44 to play until halftime. Falcons up 19-11 right now. Quick bit of house cleaning here. Apparently number 12 for Capilano, who we didn't know about, is Nico Mutis, 6'5" junior from Vancouver. So there you go. Now Tony Miller to the line. He'll shoot one. Chance to complete a three-point play here. And that shot is good. And that makes it 20-11. And what a night so far for Mr. Miller. He's got 12 of the 20 Falcon points. And now we get a whistle here. And we get a foul here underneath on Capilano, an offensive foul. It's going to go on Michael Kelly, 6-foot freshman from North Vancouver, BC, and that's going to be his first personal foul, third team. And now this is Nikhil Lazat, transfer for the Falcons, new on the scene this year. He's expected to potentially start for the Falcons on a regular basis. And now Coleman Wooten turns, and he delivers it over to Harry Cavell, who shoots the three, and he can't get it to rim home. Wooten is there, though, in the high post, and he gets the rebound and scores. And it's 22-11. The Falcons out ahead of Capilano. They have doubled them up on the scoreboard as C.J. Campbell takes it, and we're going to get, it looks like, another offensive foul on Capilano, and it's going to go on Modis, and that's going to be his second personal. So the Falcons separating themselves here from their visitors from the north here early on. First 7 minutes of the ball game as Lazat takes it. Lazat trying for three, and it's short. Ball bouncing around. Nice job, though, by Wooten to get the loose ball for the Falcons. Wooten takes it. He drives left, goes up, tries the finger roll, and scores. 22-11. The Falcons ahead, or rather 24-11. The Falcons ahead. It's even better than 22-11 last time I checked. Modis with it. He hands it off to Campbell. Campbell heading to his right. And the pass intercepted as he tries to kick it out. Tony Miller with it. Now over to Cavell on the fast break. 2-on-1. Alley-oop, and Miller can't complete the layup. And the rebound going to Stupar. Back the other way we go. This is Knight. He kicks it out. They try for three, in and out. And the rebound, it was Michael Kelly who tried for three, and the rebound going to the Falcons, and now Lazat in the front court. He fakes, gives it over to Miller. Miller tries for three, and he hit it! Tony Miller hits the three from the top of the circle. He's got 15. And the Falcons way out ahead early right now, 27-11. They try to take back the three here with Knight, and it's no good, and here come the Falcons on offense again. Lazat with it. Lazat giving it over to Cavell. He got bumped a little bit by Kelly, but he hangs onto the ball. Miller positions himself. Open look, and he hit it again. Tony Miller with the hot hand. That's a two, and he makes it 29-11, and Miller's got 17 of the points for the Falcons. So what a show he's putting on as they work it to the right side, and shooting it against a double team there was Nathan Bromwich, and he missed it. Rebound going to SPU. Miller again, and it's no good as he got hacked from the corner. And trying to get the rebound that time was Nathan Stroiford. But the loose ball gets into the hands of Capilano, and now on a 2-on-1. They work it to Michael Kelly for the layup, and that's going to be ruled goaltending on the Falcons. So a timeout on the floor with inside of 12 minutes to play in the first half. Score is 29-13. Falcons out ahead of Capilano, and we'll be back in just a moment. Getting set to continue following the under 12-minute timeout. And now it will be Mr. Stroifert who will inbound. And he goes to Sharif Khan, who played a lot as a freshman last year for the Falcons. Screen set here by Hunter Eisenhower, taking Tony Miller's old number 11 from a year ago. Lazat over to Stroifert with a couple quick moves. He kicks it out. Lazat going for three. He was open, and it's no good. And the rebound's tipped into the hands of Michael Kelly. Kelly from his side pocket delivers it right to Campbell, and ball is kicked out. And they work it over to Kelly going to his left, and he can't make it, and the rebound goes over to Cavell. And now it's Kahn with it. Capilano trying to hit something from deep there. They couldn't make it, and now we get a foul as Cavell tries to handle the ball in the corner. The foul this time, it's going to be the fifth on Capilano in the half and the first on Bromwich, Nathan Bromwich. So the inbound's coming up here. Lazat going over to Kahn. Kahn with it against Kelly, and he delivers to Eisenhower, who rolls it over to Stroifert, kicks it out to the corner, shot on the way by Kahn, that's good for three. Sharif Khan, who made a dramatic game-tying three last year at the buzzer against Anchorage, he hits that one for his first points of the year from the corner. And now it's going to be Hassan Fills over to Bromwich, it looks like. Now it's Kelly, back to Bromwich. He shoots the three, and it's no good, and the rebound gets into the hands of Stroifert. Now it's Lazat, 1-on-2, but they'll kick it out, and the shot by Eisenhower no good from deep, but inside it's Cavell, and Cavell taps it in for two. And it's 34-13. Falcons up by 3 touchdowns, but working it quickly was Fills, and Hassan Fills scores that time to get the easy 2 for Capilano, and it's 34-15. Lazat with the ball now, heading to his right. 9:06 left until halftime. Lazat to Cavell, hands it off to Kahn. Kahn to Stroifert. Stroifert working it to the right. Bounces it toward the corner. They shoot for three, and it's no good for Eisenhower, but the rebound tipped over to Cavell, and that pass tipped by Campbell, but he couldn't haul it in for a fast break opportunity. And now it's Lazat, who heads right, goes in by himself. There he lays it in. Lazat had that ball change directions about 2 different times in the air, and he gives the Falcons a 36-15 lead. So Lazat showing off his quickness that time from the point guard spot. And it's a 21-point lead again for the Falcons. Fills with it over. They work it to the left, and the shot on the way is no good for, looked like, C.J. Campbell that time. And the foul is going to go on Hunter Eisenhower, and that's his first. First foul of the half on the Falcons with 8:16 to go. It's been a quick moving game so far. Only 6 combined fouls between the two teams and about 12 minutes of action, so that's a pretty good rate there. Talking about just a half a foul a minute. Inbounds pass, and it gets into the hands of Knight. And now they work it in that right side, and the shot from deep is no good for Fills. Falcons have it now. It's going to be Braden Olson, and they deliver it to Eisenhower, and he hits the three, the assist to Kahn. So the Falcons continuing to dominate on the scoreboard, 39-15. They have the lead, and that ball's thrown away. So Capilano out of sync there on the offensive end. And a timeout on the floor with 7:47 to play until halftime. All Falcons all the time right now. They lead at 39-15. So getting set to pick up the action one more time with 7:47 to play in the first half. Score is 39-15. The Falcons out ahead of Capilano University. As we get set for the inbounds following the under 8-minute timeout. And they'll work it here to Braden Olson. Olson heading to the left. He hands it off to Wooten. Coleman Wooten heading to the right. Now he crosses over, kicks it out to Mr. Olson, who drives right. Back to Tony Miller. Miller to Simpson, over to Wooten. Wooten driving right, delivers it to Gabe Calissimo, who kicks it out to Olson, and Olson hits the three. So the Falcons continuing to just roll from deep. They have now hit 6 3-pointers in this half. 5 3-pointers, check that. And it's 42-15. Surprised the percentage isn't higher, but the Falcons only 5 of 17 from 3-point land, although they are 18 of 33 overall shooting, 54.5%. Capilano, by contrast, just 1 of 10 shooting from deep, and they are 7 of 22 overall from the field. Falcons have the ball. They'll inbound from the baseline here as Tony Miller will take it. They'll try to go from end to end, and they'll start with Olson. Less than 7 minutes till halftime. Olson hands it off to Wooten. Wooten going to the right. He finds Calissimo. Calissimo heading to his left, now to Miller, over to Olson. Olson working right, quick. Now he goes to Calissimo. Fakes, comes in, kicks out. Shot for 3. Simpson, no good. Rebound tip. Tony Miller has it. Can't make the tap in, but he gets it on the second tap in try. So 44-15, and Tony Miller has nearly half of those 44 points for the Falcons. And now this is Modis with it. He hands it off. And that pass goes out of bounds, tipped off the Falcons. So inbounds coming up here from the baseline. This is Phils who will inbound. Bounces it over to Untaland. And Untaland driving right, a whistle here. No basket. And we're going to get a foul here on the Falcons. Just their second of the half. And the first on Olson. Olson, a 5'11 freshman from West Lynn, Oregon. Inbounds coming up. Bounced here to Olson, who then gives it over to Phils, and that ball is eventually tapped in. So the Falcons, basket that time by Denver Sparks guest. They're up. Falcons are up 44-17, and now Wooten for 3. The assist would have gone to Olson. It's no good. Ball almost taken away from Sparks guest. Gets it back, shoots the 3, and that's no good. He had an open look at it, though, and now here comes Coleman Wooten with the ball. Wooten coming in, kicks out Olson. And the pass taken away from Miller by Sparks guest, but he couldn't get the steal, and they work it inside to Simpson, and Simpson scores off the layup. And it's 46-17. So Simpson puts it in as Untaland takes it now for Capilano. He drives right and he scores off the glass. So 46-19, that's the count now. Olson has it, taking it across the timeline. Olson heading left. Finds Miller, going inside Simpson. Simpson gets a handle on it, goes to Calissimo, tries the 3, hits it. Gabe Calissimo hits it from deep, and it's 49-19. The Falcons up by 30. What a half here in this exhibition contest. Looking like they're in mid-season form right now as Phils hits it from deep. Hassan Phils hits it from 3-point land. He's got 5 points now. 49-22 the score. Coleman Wooten with the ball. Over to Olson. Goes inside. Miller, no basket, and we're going to get an offensive foul on the Falcons. So that's just the third in the half on SPU, and it takes away a Tony Miller dunk opportunity. So 4:31 left in the half. Inbounds pass coming up here. It is going to be Bromwich, who will inbound it from just below our vantage point in the booth. And now here is Keontae Knight with the ball. Knight over to Bromwich, and he works it left side. They try the three with Grady Huskisson, and he hits it from deep, and it's 49-25. Falcons still way ahead on the scoreboard. And now Lazat takes it from the perimeter, no good. Rebound gets into the hands of Miller, though, in the high post, and Miller scores. So it's 49-25. We have 4 minutes left until halftime. Keontae Knight with it. And that ball is poked away by Calissimo and then stolen by Miller. Calissimo trying to do it by himself. Goes up, lays it up. No. Miller with the tap. No. Simpson gets the rebound, though. And now it's Calissimo who takes it. Calissimo trying to slow it down. Calissimo bounces to Miller. And they work it to Lazat, to Simpson. Driving right, Gavin Long. Finds Lazat in the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds, it looks like. Out of bounds off the Falcons. 3:26 left till halftime, and that will lead to an under 4 minute to play timeout. Falcons still dominating on the scoreboard at 51-25, and we'll be back in 1 minute. And we are set to continue on here following the under 4 minute timeout. The Falcons up 51-25 as Denver Sparks Guest gets ready to inbound here for Capilano. And he goes to C.J. Campbell. Campbell right side, hands it off. And they work it to Sparks Guest. Top of the circle, going for a deep three, and it's no good. And the rebound going to Nathan Streufert. Now Calissimo with it. Calissimo heading to his left. Delivers it to Long, who drives right, goes up, and he's contacted, no foul, and he misses the shot. Keontae Knight passes it from his side pocket to the right, and the shot for three is no good, and the rebound goes into the hands of Streufert. And now Miller on the fast break. He'll lay it in. Tony Miller scores, and that puts the Falcons up 53-25 with 2 minutes 44 seconds left until halftime. And the drive here up and good for Knight. So it's 53-27. Lazat with it, he'll hand it off to Calissimo. If you'll pardon me, the Capilano numbers on the jerseys are a little bit hard to read tonight, so if for whatever reason that we mess up every now and then, you'll have to forgive us on this night. As Miller misses the shot, but the tap-in is good for Streufert. Nice effort by Mr. Streufert inside, and just a nice effort tonight by the Falcons overall in the high post. They're doing a great job getting those high percentage shots and also those tough shots inside that are physically contested tap-ins. The foul this time going on Denver Sparks Guest. That's his first personal foul on behalf of Capilano, and the sixth team foul on the Capilano Blues. And now Nathan Streufert to the line. He will shoot one, and the shot on the way for him is no good off the back iron, and the rebound going to Stupar that time. C.J. Campbell with the ball right side. Just about 2 minutes left until halftime. 2:05 to be exact on the scoreboard clock. And now this is Knight who shoots, and that one is good from the top of the circle. It's only a 2, and it's 55-29. Knight has 7 points now for Capilano. Falcons up 26. Long. And they work it to number 23, E.J. Paulson, in the game for the first time. Misses the layup, but the tap in no good, but he does draw the foul. With 1:40 left until the half. That's the 7th foul on Capilano. That will get the Falcons into the bonus, although this will be a shooting foul, so not a 1-and-1 situation. Paulson gets 2 free throws here as the foul goes on Stupar. That's his second personal. So E.J. Paulson will go to the line. Paulson, a 6'9" senior from the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. And he misses the first free throw. And second free throw coming up here for Mr. Paulson. And he misses it off the back iron. Or rather, he made it, excuse me. Still getting used to the angles here from our new booth. So it's 56-29, and the driving layup, no good, and a foul on the Falcons. And off to the line will go C.J. Campbell. Foul that time going on Lazat, 5'9" junior from Yakima. Transfer from Humboldt State. And now Campbell. First free throw up and good for him. This is a shooting foul, so Campbell gets 2 shots no matter what. Of course, he made the first. 4 fouls now on the Falcons here in this half. Second free throw up and good, and it's 56-31. Lazat with the ball. Lazat bumping heads with the defender, hands it off to Cavell. They go inside Stroyford. They kick it out to the corner. Long shoots, no good. A rebound, Lazat tried to throw it in with the right hand. He couldn't do it. Ball being bounced around and loose along the corner. And it will be Capilano ball. No foul, and now here is Campbell. And now he works it to the top with Sparks Guest. And Sparks Guest gets it back, and that shot no good. The assist would have gone to Stupar, and now here comes Lazat. Lazat going for 3, and he drains it home. So the transfer scores. He's got 5 points. Falcons still dominating on the scoreboard, up 59-31. And now Huskisson, and he goes inside. Shot on the way, no good for Stupar, but the pass intercepted by Campbell after the Falcons got the rebound, and he misses the layup opportunity there. Rebound to Paulson. And now Lazat takes it for the Falcons. Shot clock is still on. There's about a second and change of differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lazat takes it up against Campbell, just past half court. Shot clock down to 7. Lazat drives, nice turn and pass toward Paulson, and Paulson is fouled on the way up with 3.4 seconds left until halftime. And the foul that time going on Grady Huskisson, 6'2" sophomore from West Vancouver, BC, and that's his first personal foul, 8th team foul of the half on Capilano. So it looks like the final total will be 12 combined fouls between SPU and Capilano. Not a bad total. Pretty good pace of game in this first half as Paulson misses the first free throw. And now the second free throw on the way, and that one is good for Mr. Paulson. Falcons with 60 points at the half here, basically. And now Campbell, just from beyond midcourt, can't make it. It's wide left, and that's the end of the first half, dominated by the SPU Falcons. They go into halftime up 60-31, and we'll take about a 12-minute timeout here on the SPU webcast, and then we'll come back for some SPU sports news and coverage of the second half between the Falcons and the Capilano Blues. Falcons up 60-31 at halftime. Well, getting ready to start the second half after what was a very dizzying first half between the Falcons and the Capilano Blues. Tom Gionella here with you. 60-31, the Falcons lead it against Capilano. And right now, while we have a couple minutes, let's take a look at some other SPU sports news, shall we? In volleyball, the Falcons swept St. Martin's in 3 sets on Tuesday behind the 32 assists and 10 digs of Simone Tran. You can see the SPU Spikers at home tomorrow night against Montana State Billings. It's Falcon Volleyball, Saturday at 7 right here in Brome Pavilion. Congratulations to Mary Charlson. Forgive me if I mispronounced that name slightly, but congratulations to Mary Charlson, who was the women's runner-up at last Saturday's GNAC Cross Country Championships. She helped the Falcons to a 4th place team finish, and the men were 8th, coincidentally enough. The SPU distance runners will compete on November the 4th at the NCAA West Regionals in Monmouth, Oregon. The SPU women's soccer team defeated Western Oregon 1-0 last night on a goal by Michaela Sonstali. The Falcons clinched the 3rd seed for next week's GNAC tournament. They will play a semifinal game in Portland on Thursday at either 4 or 7 o'clock. Falcons men's soccer got a thrilling 3-2 win over Concordia last night on a golden goal by Gabe Keller. He forced the overtime by converting a penalty kick with 2 seconds left in regular time. The Falcons host St. Martin's tomorrow night at Interbay Stadium. Don't miss men's soccer senior night tomorrow at 7, featuring a pregame ceremony to honor 7 Falcon seniors. The SPU women's basketball team makes its first home appearance next Saturday afternoon with an exhibition game against George Fox. So come back to Brome Pavilion on November the 4th at 4 o'clock to catch your first glimpse of the Falcon women. And finally, the men's basketball regular season starts on the road on November the 10th at the Pioneer Classic in Hayward, California. And your next chance to watch the Falcons at home is November the 17th and 18th in the Sodexo Classic. SPU plays Concordia Irvine on the 17th and Hawaii Hilo on the 18th, with both games tipping off at 7 o'clock. So we'll see you then. So we're just about set to start the second half between the Falcons and the Capilano Blues. The Falcons will go from right to left on your monitor, and the Blues will go from left to right on your monitor. Falcons with a great first half from Tony Miller. He led the way by far for SPU with 23 points. The GNAC Freshman of the Year picking up where he left off a year ago. Coleman Wooten was in 2nd place in terms of SPU scoring with 8 points. Falcons shot 50% from the field in the first half, 25 of 50 overall. 7 of 22 from three-point land, 31.8%, although you would have thought it was more than that, the way the Falcons were shooting efficiently from deep in the perimeter and all that. Falcons got a lot of high percentage shots inside as well, and they did a great job competing in the high post in the first half. Leading scorer in the first half for Capilano was Keontae Knight with 7 points. The Blues of Capilano from British Columbia, they only shot 13 of 36 in the first half for 36.1%. 3 of 17 from three-point land, good for just 17.6%. Calissimo starts off the scoring for the Falcons in the second half as he gets the high layup off the glass. And it's 62-31. Wowie Untaland passes left side to Sparks Guest. And again, you'll have to apologize if we can't identify the Capilano players right away. Their numbers are a little bit hard to read tonight. We can see the Falcons pretty clearly, though, as they're wearing, looks like, some new jerseys with some new font this year. Very crisp white jerseys with red font, as Calissimo takes it right side after the Falcons get the loose ball rebound. They have doubled up Capilano on the scoreboard. 62-31, they lead it. It's a very fast-paced first half. We completed the first half in just a little over half an hour tonight. Simpson for 3, that's no good. The rebound tipped over to Campbell. Campbell hustling inside against Calissimo and Simpson, and he gets rejected inside, but he does draw a foul. So that'll go on either Simpson or Calissimo. We'll see who. It's going to go on Calissimo, and that's going to be his first personal. And the first foul of the half on the Falcons. I think we only had 12 combined fouls in the first half, if I counted correctly, so the officials letting them play, which is always a good thing. Very brisk pace to the half as Campbell misses the first of 2 free throws on the shooting foul. Second shot coming up for him, and that's going to be good. So it is 62-32. Falcons up by 30. Calissimo takes it. Calissimo directing traffic. Right side. Calissimo biding his time. 15 to shoot on the 30-second clock. Gavin Long with it. A whistle here, and I think we're going to get a foul. Or no foul. Timeout. Timeout called here by the Falcons. Grant Leap wants to talk about things on offense, so that's the first timeout of the second half called by either side. Falcons have 2 timeouts left in the game. Capilano with 3. 18:38 to play second half. Falcons up 30. So following the Falcon timeout, 18:38 left until the end of the game here, as Coleman Wooten will inbound. Falcons up 30 against the Capilano Blues from British Columbia. First exhibition game of the year for the Falcons. Only exhibition chance they'll get is Calissimo just tosses it straight up in the air, and it's picked off by Campbell, and they work it inside, and we get a foul here probably on Long, it looks like. They worked it inside to Brumage, and it looked like it was Sparks Guest who fed it to him. And we're going to get a foul on the Falcons. And the first free throw on the way is up and good for Brumage. And the foul is going to be on Gavin Long. That's going to be his first personal. Second team foul of the half on the Falcons as Brumage misses the second free throw. Rebound going to Coleman Wooten. Brumage still stuck on 3 points after missing that second free throw, but making the first. Calissimo with it right side. Calissimo going to Wooten. Wooten to Simpson. Miller. Right side, Calissimo goes inside Simpson. Takes a step to the left. Now he goes to Miller. Shot from the corner for 3. No. Rebound tipped. And Long couldn't quite get the rebound. Capilano out-hustled him to it. And Sparks Guest hits the shot for 3 from the left side. So 26-point game now, 62-36. Calissimo, that pass nearly picked off. It was read very well by, looked like Wowie Untaland. But it's out of bounds. Or actually it was C.J. Campbell, excuse me. Number 6 instead of number 9. So it's going to be Long who will inbound here for the Falcons. After the pass was tipped out of bounds by Campbell. Lizotte to Miller, over to Cavell, and now it is Stroyford over to Long, and now it's Lizotte, and his shot from mid-range, perimeter range is up and good. So the transfer is 7 points. As Untaland had it at the point. Now they go left to Campbell. Now it's Sparks Guest. Top of the circle. Sparks Guest driving right. Going up. No good with the right hand, and the rebound going to Stroyford. Back the other way we go. Lizotte. Now Long. Shot for 3. It's no good. Rims out. Rebound Tony Miller though. And Miller is fouled on the way up. So Miller with 23 points, a chance to go to the line, add 2 more to his total. Foul this time is going to go on Wowie Untaland, 6'1" sophomore from Delta, BC, and that's going to be his first personal foul and the first team foul of the half on Capilano. And now it's Miller to the line, and he couldn't get that first one to roll in. That went off the rim and then to the top of the backboard and then almost rolled straight down into the hoop. It would have been interesting to see if that actually would have counted. Miller gets one more, and that's up and good. So Tony Miller scores, and it's 65-36. Falcons by 29. Huskisson over to Untaland. And now it's Bromwich who kicks it out. Sparks Guest to Motis. And they work it over to Sparks Guest, who tries the 3, no good, and the rebound going to Miller, and he may have gotten hacked. And it's going to be Falcon ball, but no foul. Miller, I think, thought he got hacked, but no call here on Capilano, who is led by third-year head coach Casey Kannemeyer. And now it's going to be Long with it, who drives left, goes to Cavell in the corner, no good left side, and the rebound gets into the hands of the Capilano Blues. Now it's Untaland. Over to Sparks Guest, tries the 3, and that's good. So Denver Sparks Guest scores. He's got 8 points now to match his jersey number. And it is 65-39. Now it's going to be Long. Double team, so he'll just kick it out. Miller open for 3, and he drains it home. Tony Miller with 27 points on the night for the Falcons. What a night for Tony Miller in his warm-up bat for 17-18. Three-pointer on the way here from the top of the circle, and that's good for Untaland. And it's 68-42. Falcons still running away with this score. Miller, Long, and now it's Stroyford who kicks it out. Miller again for 3, and he can't make it. Rebound tipped into the hands of Cavell. Tried to bounce it inside, but it's batted away and stolen by Motis. And now in fast break mode go the Capilano Blues, and Huskisson scores. Lays in with the left hand, 68-44. Capilano within 24. And now it's Lazat who feeds it to Cavell. Cavell driving right, and he gets the finger roll home against 2 defenders inside. And the Falcons up 70-44. Nice job by Cavell. He's got 4 points now to match his jersey number. Sparks Guest for 3, top of the circle, no. Rebound Stroyford, hands it off. Lazat spins around the defender. Lazat, mid-range, that's good from the right side of the free throw line. Lazat has 9, and it's 72-44. Untaland playing back and forth with Huskisson. Now it's Sparks Guest going to Stupar. Floater no good from mid-range, but Huskisson the rebound. And now it's Stupar from mid-range, and that's good. So it's 72-46. Stupar with his first points of the night for Capilano. And now it's Lazat. Lazat driving right, 2 defenders harassing him, gives it over to Long, teardrop shot, good from the baseline and just about mid-range. 74-46, Falcons ahead. Untaland over to Sparks Guest. Going here to Motis. Posting up against Stroyford, goes inside, layup no good from point-blank range for Stupar, should have made it. There comes Tony Miller for the Falcons on their end. Behind the back, bouncer, over to Cavell, and he makes it for 3, the assist to Miller. Falcons continuing to roll, 77-46, Cavell has 7. Untaland to Sparks Guest, they work it left to Huskisson. And they go inside to Sparks Guest, turn around right hand shot, no good. Rebound going to Tony Miller. So the Falcons defend the hook shot well. Now Lazat hustling, reverse fast break layup attempt is no good, but we get a foul here on Capilano. Lazat just had his foot on the gas right there, and he was going only at 1 speed all the way to the hoop. And that was the fastest speed you could possibly go on the odometer. Speedometer, I should say. Foul that time going on Wowie Untaland. That's his second personal foul, second of the half. And timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play. 12:57 to be exact on the clock. Score right now is 77-46. Falcons ahead by 31. 2 free throws coming up in a moment. And following the under 16-minute timeout, it will be Mr. Lazat, one of the newcomers, going to the line here for 2 shots. We've seen his speed and quickness on display at various moments tonight as Lazat makes the first of 2 free throws here. So he's got 10 points to match his jersey number. Second shot on the way up and good for Lazat, 79-46. Falcons by 33. Bromwich gonna hand it off. They shoot a deep 3 here with Michael Kelly. Shot no good, and Lazat showing off that speed and quickness, and he gets the rebound. Out hustling everyone there. Trey Miller, brother of Tony Miller, and transfer from North Dakota State, didn't play last year. He's in the game for the Falcons. And the layup there for Cavell is up and good. Trey Miller, I should say, didn't play because he was hurt all of last year. So the Falcons happy to have him back. C.J. Campbell hits the teardrop runner for Capilano, and that makes it 81-48. Now it's Lazat with it. Playing quarterback for the time being, heading to his left. Lazat. Passes right, Cavell coming in. Kicks it out. Stroyford. And Lazat for 3, and he drains it. Lazat has 14. And the scoreboard now is a palindrome, as it turns out. Falcons with 84, Capilano 48. Falcons on the better end of the scoreboard right now by far. The palindrome scoreboard. And they're working it left side. Capilano is. Now they go inside, and the layup is up and good with Stupar. So 84-50. And now it will be Lazat. Lazat heading to his left. They work it over to Olsen, and now a whistle. No basket, didn't get the shot in time. And I think we're going to get a foul here on Capilano. That'll be the 3rd foul on the Blues in this half, and the first personal foul overall on Campbell. So a timeout on the floor with less than 12 minutes to play. Falcons continuing to roll. They're up 84-50, and they get 2 free throws when we come out of the timeout.
Next weekend is our first one, and it's at home. So, yeah. Saturday night, but we have a scrimmage also tomorrow against Seattle here, but it's close. 2 p.m.
Just in case I'm right.
You know, you can go up into the Valley Lounge, maybe. Totally. It's nice to meet you.
Falcons continuing to roll right now in this exhibition matchup against Capilano as they lead it 84-50. No foul on the shot by Olsen. He'll inbound to Trey Miller, and he gets it back to Olsen. Now it's Kahn. Kahn driving right, and he kicks it out to Olsen. Stroyford to Cavell to Olsen. Kahn. This is Trey Miller. Kicks it out to Cavell. 4 to shoot. Now 3. Shot right corner. No good. It's short. But it hit the rim for Stroyford, so Cavell can get the rebound. And now Olsen having a hard time with 2 defenders in front of him, but it looks like he drew a blocking foul. So the foul this time, the 4th of the half on Capilano, goes to Knight. That's his first personal. Now Kahn for 3, and it's good. Train home for him. It thought about staying out, but it decides, yeah, okay, I'll go in. Sharif Khan with his second three-pointer of the night. And now Knight. They gave it to Phils, and now they steal it away. Stroyford over to Olsen, and Olsen on the fast break lays it in. Great speed there shown by Olsen. The freshman comes through with the layup, and it's 89-50 with just about 10 minutes to play. And now Modis trying to work it inside, but it's picked off. It's picked off by Stroyford. Now on the fast break, Trey Miller can't make the layup. And the rebound going to Michael Kelly. Back the other way we go. Working quickly is Phils. Phils going up. No good. Rebound to Cavell. Back the other way. They can't steal it from him. Now here comes Olsen. Olsen in the break going to Trey Miller. Miller with the reverse. No good on the layup, but we get a foul. A foul on the way up on Capilano. And this will be number 5 of the half. And number 1 on number 14. If we can find a number 14. It's going to be Amir Hajisafar, who's called for the foul. 6'8" freshman from North Vancouver, BC. Trey Miller misses the first of 2 free throws this time around. Second shot coming up in just a moment here. So it's 5 fouls in the half on Capilano, 2 on the Falcons. Obviously that adds up to 7 combined in this half. Second shot for Miller, up and good, and it's 90-50. Inbounds here to Untaland. Hands it off to Phils. Phils bounces it over to Sparks Guest, driving in, and he lays it in with the left hand. So it is 90-50. And now it's Olsen. He delivers it to Paulson. And they work it right side. Three-pointer up and no good for Hunter Eisenhower. And here come the Blues. 90-52 the score. Shot from the left side, good for 3 that time. It's Sparks Guest who drains it. So Denver Sparks Guest becoming a little bit more active in this half for the Blues of Capilano. He's got 13 points. Paulson with it. Goes to Kahn. Eisenhower to Olsen. Bounces it inside. Paulson, right hand. Good with the hook shot as he puts it in off the glass. And the score right now is 92-55. Untaland with it. Over to Sparks Guest, left side. Sparks Guest is going to find Phils. Phils. And they work it to the left, shot on the way. Good for Sparks Guest, and it is a 3. So it's 92-58. Kahn with it. They work it to Olsen. And now it's Eisenhower to Kahn. Paulson. Kahn. Miller delivers it to Paulson. Inside. And he gets it to roll home. 94-58. And the foul. That's 6 points for Paulson. Second foul on Hajisafar. And a timeout on the floor with inside of 8 minutes to play in the second half. Falcons continuing to shoot over 50% overall from the field, 38 of 72, including 11 of 33 from three-point land. Very impressive night of work, even though it's just an exhibition game for these Falcons. And a timeout on the floor with 7:56 left on the clock. Falcons up 94-58. One free throw coming up here for E.J. Paulson. And Paulson, with 6 points so far, make it 7. And he puts the Falcons up 95-58. Untaland with it. Right side against Kahn. Kahn driving, or rather Untaland driving right against Kahn, and he lays it up and in, and it's 95-60. Kahn with it now for the Falcons. Kahn, top of the circle to Trey Miller. And now it's Olsen to Eisenhower, back to Kahn. And Eisenhower thought about the three, didn't want to take it. Now it goes to Miller, over to Kahn, driving right Olsen. He gets bumped and he's going to get fouled. So that'll be number 7 on Capilano. And so even if you don't want to consider that a shot, you have to give Olsen a 1-and-1 chance at the line. And the foul this time is going to go on Jack Tenney, number 13, 6'3" freshman from Coquitlam, British Columbia. That's his first personal. Here comes the first shot by Olsen, up and good. Everybody was reacting as if that was going to be a shooting foul. Either way, he made the first shot. 96-60. Second shot coming. And that's no good, in and out. And the rebound going to Hajisafar. And now it's Untaland who hands it off. Phils, shot from the perimeter, it's short, and the rebound gets into the hands of Olsen. Olsen hustling, going up, can't make it as he went on a beeline to the hoop, and the rebound to Hajisafar. And now it's Phils, works it to the corner. Shot is good for 3 that time by Sparks Guest. 96-63. Falcons way ahead. They're in cruise control right now in terms of the scoreboard, but they're not playing like they're in cruise control. They're playing like it's 0-0. And it's a three-pointer here for Eisenhower from the point, sure enough. And that was a three-pointer that was taken at a very quick pace. Eisenhower's got 6 points now, 99-63. Falcons 1 away from the century mark, and that ball goes out of bounds as Phils has a hard time handling it in the high post. Nice defense by the Falcons as well underneath. And now the inbound's coming up here for SPU. It looks like it's Trey Miller who will inbound. And they go to Kahn this time. Kahn will bounce it to Trey Miller. To Olsen. Now Eisenhower whistle here, and we are going to get a foul on the Falcons. So they walk the other way. Foul that time on Mr. Miller, Trey Miller. That's his first personal. Third team foul of the half on SPU. So that's the 10th combined foul of the half for both sides. 7 on Capilano, 3 for the Falcons. We had 12 combined fouls in the first half of play tonight. Very quick first half. It took a little over half hour to complete. Stupar going up. Can't make it with the right hand. Ball is tipped and into the hands of Knight. And now it's Sparks Guest for three, and that's going to rim out off the back, and the rebound going to Olsen. Olsen. Kahn, Trey Miller, thought about a three, now he pulls up, has an open two, and that's good from the perimeter. The Falcons have reached the century mark, and it's 101 to 63. Now I don't think this unlocks free tacos, but whatever works. Falcons have had a great night offensively. And now a whistle here, and now we're going to have a foul. As Stupar was the last to touch it for Capilano. Foul this time is going to go on Trey Miller, and that's his second. As Sharif Khan checks out of the game for the Falcons. And the inbound's coming up here with Knight. From the baseline, middle of the baseline. Has to get away in 5 seconds or less. He does, and Knight gets it back, shoots the three, no good. Rebound gets into the hands of Olsen. Back the other way we go. Olsen hustling. Gets it inside. Reverse layup, no good for Trey Miller. And here come Capilano, and they drop the fast break pass with Knight from Untaland. And now they work it to Sparks Guest. Can't get the layup with the left hand as he drives to the left. And now we're going to get a foul on the Falcons, and that'll be their fifth of the half. So that will be the second foul on Hunter Eisenhower. And now the free throw is coming up here for Sparks Guest, and the first free throw up and good for him. So Sparks Guest quietly having a good game on the scoreboard. He's got 20 points for Capilano, nearly a third of their scoring to lead the way for the Blues, but this is not going to be the Blues night in terms of getting in the win column in this exhibition matchup. Second free throw up and good. So Sparks Guest is 21 points to make it 101 to 65. 5:05 left to play. Miller inbounds. He goes to Braden Olsen. Olsen with it. Works it over to Eisenhower, and now it's Olsen, top of the circle, coming in. Kicks out. They go for three, and it's no good for Calissimo. We go back the other way. This is Phils, who hustles to the front court after getting the rebound. A floater here, up and good for Knight. And that makes it 101 to 67. And now it's Olsen, nearly to the top of the circle. Connor Van Dyken delivering it to Trey Miller. Shot up and no good for Miller. Ball out of bounds. Last touch, though, off Capilano. By the way, Christian Russell in the game, new SPU Falcon this year, transfer from Oregon State, listed on the program as a freshman. Russell 6'11", 250 pounds from Salem, Oregon. As Van Dyken inbounds here. Russell wearing number 31 for the Falcons. That pass tipped. They can go to the back court with it with Olsen. And now he'll take it back to the front. He goes now to Van Dyken. Van Dyken working it to the left, bounces it toward the inside, and the layup is good. Christian Russell on the board for the first time as a Falcon. Speak of the devil. And it's 103 to 67. Phils. And he gets it back. Phils does. Shot for three, no good. The assist would have gone to Bromwich there. Falcons get the rebound. Olsen hustling over to Eisenhower, who shoots the three, and he makes it from the left side. 106-67. The Falcons just keep on rolling. They're up by 39 right now with 3:37 to play. And now Huskisson. They work it inside, and that layup is going to be no good for Bromwich, but he was fouled on the way up by Russell. So that'll be Russell's first personal foul, and it'll be the sixth on the Falcons in this half, and that'll lead to a timeout with under 4 minutes to play on the clock, 3:29 to be exact. Falcons on their way to lapping up an exhibition victory here against their visitors from the north. The Capilano Blues, 106-67, SPU leads. And getting set to continue on here into the home stretch. Falcons and the Capilano Blues going at it. Falcons of 106-67. And Bromwich will go to the free throw line here for Capilano. 2 shots for him, and the first shot on the way up and good. And that will make it 106-68. Falcons tonight shooting 42 of 80 from the field, 52.5% now. And 13 of 36 from three-point land, 36.1%. Capilano, by contrast, just 26 of 63 from the field, 41.3%, and 9 of 30 from three-point land. It's been a great night offensively for the Falcons as they get ready for their first regular season test on November the 10th against Sonoma State. And there's the layup up and in there for Trey Miller. 108-69. Falcons continuing to roll. Huskisson going up. He can't make it, but he is fouled on the way up. That'll be number 7 on the Falcons, 3rd on Trey Miller. By the way, the Falcons' November 10th game and the November 11th game to start the season, that'll be on the road in Hayward, California, but the Falcons will return home for the Sodexo Classic November 17th and 18th against Concordia of California and Hawaii Hilo. Those games will start at 7 o'clock, so we hope you'll join us then. 108-71 the score right now after Bromwich makes his free throws. He's got 5 points. And now it's Olsen who works it to Trey Miller. Kicks it out. This is Van Dyken over to Olsen. 7 to shoot for the Falcons. Crossing over. Olsen going up. Can't make it. Rebound going to Haji Safar. And floater up and no good here. Rebound. Van Dyken hustling for it, and they get it out to Olsen after Campbell misses the layup. And the layup goes in on the fast break on the other end for Mr. Olsen with the left hand. 110-71 Falcons with 2 minutes and change to play. Layup up and good here for Bromwich. 2 minutes left. 110-73. Falcons wrapping up an exhibition win. And that one no good for Van Dyken. And here comes Capilano on their end. Bromwich delivering it to Huskisson, and now they work it to Kelly, and he hits it for 3. 110-76. 1:35 left to play. And now it's Olsen. Trey Miller. Handing it off, and now Russell over to Van Dyken. Bouncer here, Russell. And he gets it to Olsen after kicking it out. They try for 3 here with Van Dyken. No, rebound Olsen. Miller over to Olsen. 1 minute and change left. Whistle here, and we're going to get a foul, perhaps on C.J. Campbell for reaching in. And it is going to go on Campbell, and that's going to be his 2nd foul. 8th on Capilano in this half. 1-and-1 chance coming up here for Olsen. Raiden Olsen, 5'11" freshman from Westland, Oregon. 8 points for him tonight off the bench. Getting a chance to play a lot. And he misses the free throw in the 1-on-1 situation. Modis with the rebound. Here comes Campbell. Campbell heading to his left. Going up. Misses it from free throw line range, and there was a foul. It's going to go on Olsen, and that will be his second foul. Each team now with 8 fouls apiece in the second half. Oh, that's basically academic at this point. Campbell will go to the line. He's got 6 points, looking to add on to his total, and he makes the first free throw. Second free throw coming up for him. And it is going to be no good off the front. Ball batted and into the hands of Eisenhower. Van Dyken now. Gives it up. And now it is Olsen heading left, going to Eisenhower for 3, no good. And the rebound gets into the hands of Trey Miller. And he delivers it over to Olsen on a kick out. 30 seconds left in the game. 22 left on the shot clock right now for the Falcons and counting. And now it's going to be Olsen. Olsen coming in after Campbell can't poke it free. And we're going to get kind of a palm ball called here on Olsen. 17.9 seconds left. This will probably be the last possession of the game. Campbell with it. Campbell heading to his left. Tries for 3, and it's no good. They get the rebound, and the tap in no good, and that's the end of the game. Falcons dominate, and they win it 110-77 tonight against Capilano. Great win for the Falcons in their first exhibition test of the year, and the only exhibition test that they're going to get this year, and a good start to year 2 of the Grant Leap era. And they will open up the regular season, as I said a couple minutes ago, on November the 10th against Sonoma State in Hayward, California. The other game in Hayward on November 11th against Cal State East Bay. And they'll come back home for the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic against Concordia of California on the 17th of November and Hawaii Hilo on the 18th. Till then, this is Tom Gionola saying good night from Royal Blown Pavilion in Seattle.